Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
Then I went into the kitchen and made a cup of hot cocoa to give to her. After I handed her the cup, Link and I looked at her with unblinking eyes. So, tell me again why you were out in that awful storm, I said with doubt in my voice. The adult Zora looked from me to Link, then answered in a muffled tone, I was out examining ways to improve water flow from Lake Hylia, when a storm broke, catching me in it. Reading over her statement again in my mind, it didn't make much sense. There had to be more to the story than what she was telling us. I looked at her squarely as she looked down into her cup. Come on, Ruto, there has to be a real reason why you were out there. I just find it hard to believe that you were actually out there to check on the water source. Tell me the real reason. Ruto looked back up at me. Then her face faltered. Well, I can't really say why. Link and I exchanged looks.
Ruto, you cannot really expect us to believe that you cannot explain why you were really out there.
A glint of anger appeared in Link's jeweled eyes as he spoke. When she saw that Link was getting impatient, she finally decided to tell us the real reason why she was out in the storm. Well, I was in Zora's domain, and I was starting to feel cooped up, so I decided to go to Lake Hylia for a swim. As I came near the water temple, I decided to check inside to make sure everything was okay. As I wandered the corridors, I saw what seemed like a shadow that moved. I walked further down the corridor I was in until something knocked me down. When I turned and looked up, I saw a shadowy figure looming over me that looked remarkably like Link. Its red eyes pierced me like daggers, and as I looked at the figure, I could tell it was evil. I barely got out alive. That thing almost had me. When I got outside, the storm broke. Being a Zora, I knew I wasn't going to last long out in the cold, and Zora's domain was too far away. So that's why I came here, Ruto said in a scratchy voice, her hand shaking the cup she held. I looked at her with unblinking eyes, and all I could think about was what Ruto had said. A shadowy figure that looked like Link, I thought to myself. I glanced over at Link, who looked white as a sheet. Link, my love, what's wrong? Link turned to face me, his voice raspy from shock.
Oh my goddesses! I thought he was dead! How can he still be alive? I destroyed him myself!
Who, Link? What are you talking about? I watched as Link's eyes lowered.
When I was in the water temple, about halfway through it, I entered this strange room. The room was strange, like it was straight out of a bad dream. As I continued to explore the room, I felt a strange presence. As I walked towards the lone tree in the center of the room, a shadowy figure turned from behind it. When I got close enough, I could tell that the figure looked like me.
Link's eyes faltered as he remembered that day when he met his mirror self. Oh, goddesses, you're kidding, right? I said with pure shock in my voice. No, he's telling the truth, Ruto added. I saw it with my own eyes when I was in there last. I could not believe what I was hearing. All I could think about was that there was another that looked like Link. Was this other evil? Was he good? Or was he Link's twin that he does not know about? These questions raced through my mind as the thought of this mirror image with the face of my husband was possibly running around. Link, my love, tell me what happened. I looked directly into Link's eternal blue eyes as a look of pure depression shone in his face.
When I tried to fight the mirror image, I could not land a mark on him. It seemed that he was anticipating my every move. It was a long and grueling fight, one that I almost did not win.
Oh my goddesses, Link, you never told me about that! I walked over and embraced the now shivering Link.
It was terrible. I will never forget those blood-red eyes. And now, with possibility that he is still running around, makes me even more nervous.
I could tell now that Link was upset. Even with all the stories that Link had told me, He never told me about his encounter inside the water temple.
I must go to the water temple and check it out. If I don't, I will never be able to rest,
Link said as he got up and buckled on the Master Sword over his back.
Great! I'll grab my stuff!
First off, I cannot just let you venture out into that storm alone. Second, Ruto as well as Lily and Navi are here so they can care for our son while we're away. Ruto is still not able to go back to Zora's domain yet, so she should stay here anyway, I said, as I headed towards the door. Link grabbed my arm and pulled me back.
Jenna, my love, you do not understand. I don't want to lose you. The temple is dangerous and so is my mirror self.
Link looked at me with concern in his eyes, and all I could think about was that I didn't want to lose him either. I'm still going, I don't want to lose either. I love you and I want to protect you. Who knows what this mirror self might be planning, I said as I threw my arms around Link.
Sigh. That is one of the reasons why I married you, my dear Jenna,
Link said as he pressed his lips on mine. The encounter! Grabbling my bow and my 9 phoenix sackles and Link equipped with the Master Sword.
Your sword is enough!
I kissed little Link, said a few words to Ruto. Then Link and I headed for Lake Hylia and the water temple. We went to the stable to grab our horses since Epona was carrying. I saddled Star Dancer and Link saddled Midnight Star. Mounting our horses, we left the sanctuary of our house and made our way through the blinding snow. The storm had kicked up again. It was very cold and the snow knee-deep. The wind whipped our cloaks around as we pushed onward. Visibility was next to nothing. I could barely see Link in front of me.
Jenna, are you okay?
Link yelled over the howling wind. So far I'm okay, but I can barely see anything in front of me, I yelled back.
Just follow the sound of my voice, my love. It will help guide you.
Listening to Link's voice, I was able to follow him. We kept a steady pace, pushing through the deep, wet snow. I wrapped my now damp cloak around me, trying to stay warm. After some time, we finally came to the fences leading to Lake Hylia. By this time, the storm had died down some, so visibility was much better. Link made Midnight Star come to a complete stop, causing snow to kick up behind the stallion's powerful hooves. Pulling back on the reins, Star Dancer came to a complete stop just a few feet behind Link. Why did we stop? I questioned.
We need to jump these fences, but with the snow as deep as it is, I know that Midnight Star can make the jump, but do you think your mare can handle the jump?
Looking down at my mare, I patted her on the head and stroked her mane. I have full confidence in her, Link. She can make the jump.
Then let's go!
Link yelled. Backing up his horse, Link prepared for the jump. When he had enough distance, he booted the horse in the legs and ran towards the fences guarding the lake. With a kicking up of snow, the black stallion flew gracefully over the fences, leaving a trail of mist behind him. Bringing the horse to a stop on the other side of the fences, he looked at me.
Now you make the jump.
Nodding, I backed up my mare and prepared for the jump. When I had enough distance between the fences and I booted my horse in the legs and bolted towards the fences. Just before I reached the fences, a cloud of snow kicked up behind my horse's powerful hooves as she made the rough jump over the fences. Link then took off in front of me and called for me to follow. I watched as the lake slowly became visible. When we reached the bank of Lake Hylia, we were shocked at what we saw. Pulling our horses to a complete stop, I exchanged glances with Link. The lake is frozen over! How are we supposed to get inside now? I said as we dismounted, pulling out his bow. Link knocked an arrow of fire and shot it at the lake. Steam rose up as the fire melted the ice beneath its fiery rage. Well, well, Link, you're full of surprises, I said with envy. Link smiled, then knocked a few more arrows and shot them one by one into the ice, creating a hole in the ice. Now we can get inside, Link inquired. Wait a second, Link! Isn't the door of the temple under the water? Link nodded. How do you suppose we're going to get in there?